So you're saying sort of boundaries get ruptured, shall we say, because of early experiences.
Ruptured is exactly the word, yeah. And we have a field around us, and when something comes in, whether it's mean words that we've heard, or we fall and hurt ourselves, or somebody hits us, you know, as I had. I was carrying around eye makeup all the time to cover the bruises on my eyes.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah. So, and you see why couldn't I get help with that to stop him? You know, that's what I had to figure out.
Yeah.
How can we get so disempowered? When I had been a leader in the women's movement before that, and had been a brilliant yoga teacher, and you know, taught 15 classes a week, and all of this, you know, that I couldn't hold my power against somebody like that.
Why not?
Because of the freeze in my system from unknown previous trauma, which often doesn't show up if it's childhood trauma until we get empowered enough in midlife to be able to figure out what's happened.
What I see is the gift through our experiences, and I hear you sharing that, of all that comes, all the beauty that comes from trauma.
Yes, right. People who have been through trauma and recovered from it come out of that with more energy, more vibrancy, more creativity. But the possibilities are very big when you're healing like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's showing the world that, isn't it? And showing people that through triumphing through adversity, moving forward, seeing the past as the past, and moving forward with positive solutions, cutting edge. You know, you've brought things together, Sharon, that haven't been brought together before. You've created something truly unique.
Yeah, I've always been about that. Like people's polarity, it's like, can we just teach it to everybody so that they can feel the energy moving through their body and that joy? And David, what I've been learning since I last talked to you that you don't know much about yet is the trauma release exercises of Dr. David Berceli. And that's traumaprevention.com. And so I'm combining that with these other things. So you can take a whole group of people outdoors or indoors, you know, after an earthquake, whatever, and teach them a few simple stretches, and then have them lie on the floor or the ground with their knees bent and just working the knees in and out in certain positions that start them to tremor and allow the discharge of things straight from the brainstem that goes past what is in our mind, past, you know, our physical injuries, in order to pull out the shock so that things begin to straighten out. And it does both neurogenic tremors from the brainstem and also works with physical structural injuries.
And is this something simple, Sharon, that can go out to the people?
Yeah, it is. David goes to places, war-torn areas, and just works with group after group to take them through these exercises. And now they have a certification program in the United States that I think is going to other parts of the world to teach people how to work with it with the more sophisticated understanding of the neurology, so that they know how to work with flooding, freezing, and dissociation while people are going through those things. And Dr. Berceli knows all that, and he's taught it to a few people, but that can go out a lot bigger, I think, and provide another way for people then to go home and just do those stretches, as I have many clients doing now after learning them 1 or 2 times with a little booklet to show the how to do them. They go home and do that, and then and so I had a guy a couple of weeks ago who was in severe grief for 2 years since the death of his wife at a young age, and so I taught him how to do these exercises, and he went home and did them every time he would feel sad. You know, he would follow the sensations in his body as I taught him, the neural pathways open, and he would do that tremoring with his body, and it would work up through the pelvis and through the heart and all that. And
awesome.
and you know, that he in a week and a half, his grief group was saying, "We want what you've got. How did you do that?" You know.
Really?
So I'm going to start working with that with the whole grief community, I think, now on that. So these things, when we put together these different skills, some of which are more sophisticated, some which don't require as much but are very effective, you know, that I think we really can serve even more than I thought before.